What I'm going to tie here for you is a Perdigon type Euro Nymph. I got a size 14 barbless hook, a 3mm tungsten bead, and I'm going to start just behind the bead here. So wrap my thread. So and you want a thin layer. You don't want this too thick. It takes up too much room. Maybe too much bulk on the fly. You don't want this fly to be too bulky. For the tail, I'm going to use some CDL. This is ginger in color. You only need a few fibers. And you don't want the tail to be more than, let's say, 3/4 of the size, a maximum of one hook shank length. But I think 3/4 of a hook would be a better option. So there's one hook shank. I'm going to mark it right here. That'll be about 3/4 inch. I'm going to counterclockwise my thread and wrap it in there. Let's see what it looks like. Kind of go, yeah, that looks about good. Just about right. It might be a little long, but I think that'll work. So I'm just going to wrap that gently right here. Come back like this. Move that bead. And then I'm going to trim off some of those fibers there if I can find it. I'm going to turn my light on here. See if that makes a difference. Little shiny little glare there. Let me see if I can make a difference here. That might be a little better. So anyway, let's go that way. I'm going to cut off the excess here. It's always good to clean off prior to the finish of the fly. It's just easier to clean. So I'm going to put a little thread dam right behind the bead so it's not sliding on me so much. There you go. So I'm going to come back down here, and then I'm going to tie in some gold ribbing. It's a small gold ribbing that I'm going to use for the ribs, the ribbing of the fly. So I'm going to just tie it in here. And this is an easy fly. It's one of my first videos, so I just want to keep it simple. So I'm gonna lock that in, and I'm gonna try to make a little bit of taper on that fly. So I'm gonna go back a little bit, maybe 2/3 of the way, and then come back. And then I'll go back and maybe another third and come back. See how that's a taper? A little bit of a gap there, so I'm gonna go like that. So once I got the taper, like I have, then I'm gonna wrap the wire. Hopefully we can get some even spacings here. You wanna try to get it even cut, so I'm gonna wrap it towards me. The wire's a little small, but I think I can work with it. There we go. And I'm gonna even and wrap it. I'm gonna put one more there. What the heck? And I got it around. So I'm gonna tie that in just behind the bead. There you go. I just make sure that's tied in, not too much of a. Okay, and then you can helicop that wire off. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a wing case on this, and usually, you know, the Perdigons, they put a black wing case on there, and that just mimics the stage of the life of the bug in the water. I could have made this without it. There's a stage where a bug wouldn't have it, and then there's a wing case, and then the wings start developing. I'm gonna put a wing case on there. What I'm gonna do though first is I'm gonna tie this off so I don't get my string hooked up. So I'm gonna tie it off and cut my thread, and then we'll be set to go. So what I like to do when I do a wing case, especially a black one, I got some black UV resin that I'm gonna put on there, but this kind of enhances the black. So I just take a felt pen, Sharpie pen. We used to call them felt pens. I just put a little black mark there. So the black UV resin will kind of solidify the darkness of the black. So if I can find my resin, I'll put it on there for you. Where's my black resin? Here it is, right in front of me. Okay, so I'm gonna get some of this UV resin, and I'm gonna just put a little drop of it right where I put that Sharpie point. And you can put it back a little bit, but don't be shy. And that'll go. If you put a little too much, you can take your bobbin, kind of smooth it down a little bit. That's not too bad right there. So I'm gonna take my UV light, kind of zap that a little bit and kind of dry that up. The colored UV resins tend to take a little longer. Usually it just takes a few seconds, but I like to make sure the colored ones are cured. All right, there we go. And then what I want to do with that, the colored resin sometimes can fade. So I like to cover it with either varnish or I'll get the clear, and the clear will work too. But I'm going to cover the whole body with the clear. So I'm going to protect the wing case, and I'm going to go ahead. And if you get too much, again, take your bobbin and you can kind of get some of that resin so it's not overtaking. And then you can kind of rotate a little bit and then zap it again. There you go. Now, usually the clear doesn't take as long. And that, my friends, is a Perdigon Euro Nymph. Again, I have the wing case on that. I'm sorry about the video quality. I'm going to have to work on that and work on the videos, but I wanted to upload at least something to get started on the videos. And you can tell it's dry. All right, guys, until the next time, thanks for joining.